Hey everyone, today we are starting C programming language course. First of all, we we are going to learn about basics of C programming. So, C is a programming language developed by AT&T Bell Laboratories of USA 1972. It was designed and written by a man named Dennis Ritchie. So basically, this प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज एक बेल AT&T बेल लेबोरेटरीज में डेवलप किया गया था जो यूएसए में है, वो भी 1972 में. उस आदमी का नाम था डेनिस रिची जिसने इसको डिजाइन किया था. When C language came, it replaces the more familiar language Algol, Py, etc. The question is why C seems so popular. The reason is because it is reliable, simple, and easy to use. It is survived for more than 3 decades. यह लैंग्वेज दूसरे लैंग्वेजेस को पूरी तरह से रिप्लेस कर दिया. रिप्लेस करने के बाद ये बहुत ज़्यादा पॉपुलर हुआ. इसका कारण ये कि ये बहुत ज़्यादा रिलायबल था, लोगों के यूजर फ्रेंडली था, सिंपल था और आसानी से लोग इसको यूज करते थे. दैट्स वाई ड्यू टू दिस टाइप्स ऑफ फीचर्स यह लैंग्वेज 30 सालों तक अपनी मार्केट में पकड़ बना के रखा था. आफ्टर दैट major parts of popular operating systems like Windows, Unix, Linux is still written in C. जो Windows, Unix, Linux ये ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम है, इनके मेजर पार्ट्स को भी C में ही लिखा गया है. This is because even today when it comes to performance, speed of execution, nothing beats C. तो जो एग्जीक्यूशन के मामले में, परफॉर्मेंस के मामले में आज भी C को कोई टक्कर नहीं दे पाता है. नेक्स्ट बात करें तो कम्युनिकेटिंग विथ ए कंप्यूटर इन्वॉल्व्स स्पीकिंग द लैंग्वेज द कंप्यूटर अंडरस्टैंड. सो बेसिकली कंप्यूटर लैंग्वेजेस आर यूज्ड टू कम्युनिकेट एंड इंटरेक्ट विथ कंप्यूटर्स. दैट प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेजेस विल हेल्प द कंप्यूटर टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट द इंस्ट्रक्शन शुड बी फॉलोड और परफॉर्म्ड. आफ्टर दैट अगर हम लोग बात करें तो इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज और सी लैंग्वेज बोथ आर लैंग्वेजेस. सो हाउ सी लैंग्वेज एंड इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज आर डिफरेंस. सी लैंग्वेज बेसिकली अंडरस्टैंड कंप्यूटर्स बट इंग्लिश लैंग्वेजेस आर अंडरस्टैंड बाय ह्यूमंस. सो लेट्स लर्न सी. You all learn about English languages like alphabets A, B, C, D. All these are alphabets. After that we are creating words. Using alphabets we are creating words like Ram, Shyam, hen, apple, ball, doll. After that we are creating sentences, and after that we are creating paragraphs. In English language basically we follow this architecture. We start from alphabets and completes our English at paragraphs. After that, in same way, if we learn programming languages, this should be same as alphabets are the character set which comes under the C language. Constant, variables, and keywords. All these are in the form of words in the C language. Instructions are the sentences, and the program that we are going to write is a paragraph. So this is a analogy between English language and C language, where you can relate and understand the basic concept of English language and C language. Let's go into deep dive of constant, variables, and keywords. So a constant is an entity that doesn't change, like integer, real, and characters. You all know constant is that entity which doesn't change, like 2. The value of 2 is not changed at any cost. 4, 5, 6, all these values are constant. Integer come in this category, real numbers comes in this category, and characters are also come. The A you write is not replaced by B or C. After that, a variable is an entity that may change. We are going to take values like X, Y, Z. The value that we are going to put it in may change. So variables are that entity which may change. After that, keywords. Keywords are predefined reserved words that have special meaning in the language of C. There are 2 keywords in C language. You all know about words. Words are already defined in dictionaries where you can search and know the meanings. Similarly, in the C languages, keywords are already defined in libraries of programming languages. So these are defined keywords which we use to learn about different concepts, different applications we are using for this. There are 32 keywords which we are going to use in C language. Let's learn about more about constants. First of all, primary constant. Integer constants, real constant, character constants are all this comes in the category of primary constant. And the arrays, pointer structure and union, enum, all this comes in the category of secondary constant. We are going to learn all the points in detail in next lectures. Let's now we learn about rules for constructing integer constants. So an integer constant must have at least one digit. एक integer constant में कम से कम एक digit होना जरूरी है, like 2, 3, 4. Any numbers that we are going to take is have a digit like -1, 2, 3, 4, something else. After that, it must not have a decimal point. So 2.3 is not an integer constant because it contains decimal points. After that, it can be either positive or negative. We all know about that integers can be positive or negative. If no sign precedes an integer constant, it is assumed to be positive. You already learned about it that if in front of integers, if there is no sign, we are going to assume it as a positive sign. No commas and blanks are allowed. When we create integer constant, we are not going to put any comma or blank in between two integers like 12. 1, 2 is not allowed. 1 space 2 is not allowed. For writing 12 or 32 or 55, 566, we are not going to add any comma or a space between these numbers. The allowable range for integer constant depends upon the compiler. So if we are going to write a program in any computer, we need a compiler which convert our program into machine language. So for different computers, for different compilers, the range of integer constant may be different.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद दोस्तों हमारे वीडियोस को पूरा देखने के लिए। यदि आप चाहते हैं हम आपके लिए ऐसे ही नॉलेजेबल वीडियोस अपलोड करते रहें तो हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें और बेल आइकन को भी प्रेस कर लें ताकि जब भी हम ऐसे वीडियोस अपलोड करें इसका नोटिफिकेशन आप तक सबसे पहले पहुंच जाए। बाय बाय फ्रेंड्स।